Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I am Wild Man Wes.
And I'm Jefe.
And welcome to the St. Patty's Day episode of What's Your Poison? We have 4 different Irish beers. One technically not Irish, but you know what? It's got green on the can, so you know what? I'm not dogging it. So.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yep. Oh man, it's been a long year since the last time we did this, so...
Yeah, I think that this is going to be the year to do it. If anyone hasn't heard, I think on his last episode he mentioned, I got married, I got hitched.
Yes,
Trixie and I finally tied the knot. We had a great time in Vegas. It's too bad we couldn't have you there, but
it's all right.
We've got the rest of our lives to have memories. So.
Yep, and when it comes to the marriage situation, I'm right behind you, good
sir. Yes, you are, good sir.
All right, that being said, let's get on to the beers of St. Patty's Day.
All right, so the first beer that we have today is from Young Blood Beer Company. This is a fruit punch sour, and it's called Speling Expirt. The funny part about it is that it is spelled incorrectly. It's SPELINGEXPIRT. It is a sour ale.
Whoa, my head just... Whoa.
Apparently they have a point to this. Sour ale with watermelon, passion fruit, orange, and guava. So why are we doing this on our St. Patrick's Day? Well, we did say it had green on it. It is a fruit punch sour, because, you know, you punch when you're Irish. And then I just read the description on here. Young Blood Company provides an oasis for those who seek a life of leisure. Young Blood is located 1 block from State Capitol Building in Madison, Wisconsin. Serve up dank and drippy vibes through experimental IPA, sours, and saisons. Then it says, this can holds. Sometimes we don't spell good. You can imagine that there's misspellings in this as well. Watermelon is a fruit native to Southeast Asia that is refreshingly juicy and unique in its simplicity. It provides wonderful background to the house. Concocted tropical fruit punch blend of real passion fruit, orange, and guava. Tart enough to keep things interesting while allowing the flavors to real fruit to burst through. This sour is incredibly drinkable.
And chances are most of those words that he was reading were spelled incorrectly too.
Yes. So, yes, I'm going to go ahead and crack this guy open. I've never had this, but I found it at a bottle shop in, where was I? Geneva? So that was interesting. Well, let's see. What color is it? It's normal.
It's normal.
It's a normal color. Ooh, oh, wow, you smell that, though?
Woohoo!
Woohoo! It smells like candy.
Well, it's tropical fruit, so...
Properly carbonated. Look how much carbonation we got on this guy. Still a lot in here. Yeah, you got a lot of bubbles.
Yeah, that is sweet smelling, man.
So yeah, it does smell really sweet. I don't see a...
I dare say this sour's giving me a chance on the nose there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's German. Sorry. Oh, hey.
Can't take this bloke anywhere.
Can't take him anywhere. No. You can take me anywhere you like. Oh. Doesn't mean I'm gonna act proper.
Ain't gonna take it to bed though.
Oh well. Lay down by the fire.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Yeesh. Come on, I'm a catch. Okay, what is these?
Whew, yeah.
It does smell like fruit punch. Like
it does.
It smells like fruit punch. Like Kool-Aid. Like ooh yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
Wow. Okay, I don't know, man. I've never had this before. They say it's refreshingly tart, but a lot of fruit in it. So.
Slanja.
And it's tart, a lot of passion fruit. Not really getting the watermelon, maybe a little bit of watermelon. Nice salted watermelon, right?
Yeah, I think the salt in there, maybe that salty taste or flavor, almost tasted like popcorn for a second. I don't know why.
No, I can understand where you're coming from. This is interesting. I don't know what to think about that. That's interesting.
I know it tastes like I took some of the a fruit punch Jelly Belly and put a salted popcorn Jelly Belly in there too.
I get what you're saying. So unfortunately now.
I don't know how I feel about it though.
No, okay. Now here's the thing. When you say something like this, did you say buttery popcorn?
They're like salt.
Do you get buttery at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so that's actually known as an off taste. So that worries me a little bit. I mean, this is definitely a fresher beer.
No. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just messing with my brain.
Now to put into context, now off flavors don't necessarily mean that something's wrong with the beer. It just means that something isn't exactly the way they intended it to be. Off flavors can just be a just something that happens as the process of brewing.
For this being a sour, is this just like standard sour or like a kettle sour?
See, I don't even know. It just says
because sometimes with kettle sours, I do kind of get that. I wouldn't necessarily. I wouldn't say like. I mean, when I say popcorn, I guess you could say it's kind of like. I wouldn't say metallic either. It's just kind of a. There's just something.
I know what you're talking about.
It's a very.
I taste what you're talking about.
It's a very just like. It's a bite. It just bites your.
I think it might, but there's so much other fruit going on. The passion fruit, orange, and guava. On top of all that, I think it's definitely. It kind of has. It has the taste of pulp without the mouthfeel of pulp.
Right.
Really, I mean, like, it's good. I probably would only do one and done.
Yeah, one and done.
And honestly, a full 16-ounce can of this would be a lot for me to take. So I think, splitting this is fair.
What's the ABV on this?
4.2.
Okay,
yeah, so it's low enough.
Yeah.
But it's definitely kind of reminds me more of like these super fruity seltzers that are floating around. That's where I'm kind of getting this vibe. But that popcorn that you mentioned in there, I taste it, but I didn't really get it right away. But once you suggested it, it's there.
Right.
It's interesting. This is good. Like it has like a good fruity flavor. This is a beer for people who don't like beer.
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
This would be a great summer beer. I mean, for like if you're only having one while you're there. If you're gonna have the one, hang out for a while, and then be like a DD, yeah, I would suggest
I'm not gonna lie, like this honestly just tastes like a cocktail.
Yeah.
This tastes like if it was on ice with an umbrella, then this would taste like a cocktail, just like a seltzer carbonated cocktail.
Yeah. Or kind of like how like Chi-Chi's has those pre-made big bottles. That's what this kind of reminds me of.
That's interesting.
Like a Mai Tai almost.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
I mean,
pals.
For pals, I'm gonna go ahead. It's good tasting. It's just it's just throwing me off.
I'm on the fence, man.
I'm gonna say 3.5 pounds.
Wow, that's a lot higher than I was thinking.
Well, I mean, it's just
a lot
like,
higher. But...
I like it to a degree, but at the same time, that flavor is just throwing me off a little bit.
Yeah, I've been on a sour kick.
Okay.
Really enjoying the sours. I mean, that's why I picked it up and I wanted to try it with you, but. I don't know, man. Like, I honestly probably gonna say only 3 pounds for me. 3 pounds, and that's honestly because like I've been drinking so many sours lately that this just kind of falls in a weird category for me. I'm not like mad at it, and I'm glad I got to try it, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'd come back honestly.
Yeah, I mean it was a nice visit, but you want to know something? You kind of overstayed your welcome a little bit with that popcorn taste. So. That being said,
Mama says hi.
Yeah. Well, that being said, now it's time to go on to round 2, where we actually do have an Irish-themed beer. So for round 2, we have from Oswego Brewing Company the Thatched Roof. This is a 4.5 ABV Irish Red Ale. I had this when I did the On Location episode the other day.
Yeah.
And I have it on tap, and you know what? I haven't had it in the can yet. And I'm very excited. When I got it off the tap, it was very it had a sweet backbone, malty. It tasted almost like golden crisp.
Yeah, almost. I love that malty flavor in it.
And this one is, I mean, hopefully in the can, I'm sure it's the same.
Well, it means it's brewed fresh too, so.
Yeah, I mean, look at that amber color. Oh yeah.
I do like this style of beer. In general, I very much enjoy ambers and malt-forward beers. I feel like they are the more approachable beer style for people who don't really think about like I do like beer and then but it's just those lighter beers, the bitterness and sometimes even IPAs and the hoppiness can throw people off. But these are a good style, classic beer that I think a lot of people can enjoy.
Nice, Lonzo.
Very peaty. Oaty. I mean, you definitely get your malt in there. Not as sweet as I expected.
No.
A little dry, which is not bad.
But
that's very Irish.
Yeah, but I like this though, regardless. I mean, it's to the point. It does. There's no BS bells and whistles. It's just like, this is a Irish style red ale. And I mean, I mean, just like the grain bills. I mean,
want to know something funny? Outside of the Smithwick's, you're not going to find an Irish style red ale in Ireland.
Really?
It's just Killian's was made in Kilkenny. That was just the style of beer that they made. But if you go to Ireland asking for an Irish style red ale, they don't know what you're talking about. It's more so than the exports that they sell, but like they don't really make that beer. They typically make stouts or lagers. But
I believe in the On Location episode, I mentioned Killian's, and some people might kind of roll their eyes at me for saying this. I said, for me, Killian's, I mean, it's got a good flavor. It's just I don't necessarily consider it more of like it's like an Irish style, but I think I call it Americanized Irish ale.
American Irish red.
Yeah,
I hear you.
So, but I mean, I guess some people could probably say that this is an American Irish.
Oh, 100%.
But, however, the way how they've brewed this, I mean, it's dry. It's just it's dry in the best way possible.
Yeah, no, and that is what they're looking for. And when you're talking about these Irish red ales, that dry, oaty flavor without being overly sweet is really their like what they're going for. You do get your roasted malt in there, but it's more of the very grainy and dry red ale style. There's still some caramel notes to it, but it's not overly sweet.
It's nice and hearty too. I mean, it can fill you up after a while, which is a good thing.
Yeah. What was the ABV on this?
4.5.
4.5. Yeah. So this is the second beer we've had that's under 5%.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Sessionable for sure. That's the I can't even get the idea.
And honestly, I could drink this all day.
Yeah, and that's kind of the point with that ABV. They want you to be able to.
And not just saying like drink it all day, but I mean like I could have like one or two, relax a little bit, and have more later. Not more because it'll fill you up, but I mean it doesn't get you wasted off of like 2 pints.
No, that's what makes it sessionable. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that very much about this.
That's cool.
So what are you gonna grade this one?
I grade this. I'd give this a 3 as well.
Okay.
This is good. I mean, I do like this style of beer, but I don't know. I think right now just my palate is just not like, hey.
Your palate might be a little bit wrecked from the sour.
Yeah, and it's a good thing that we took a little break between those two because it was the readjusting of the taste buds. Right. I mean, it does have a good flavor to it. I'm not mad at it, but it's.
I mean, like, to be honest, when I had it on tap, normally I would probably give it about probably a 4 1/4 just because of the flavor profile and how everything was. In a can, I'm gonna say I'm still gonna give it a decent grade. I'm gonna give it 4 pals because I still like the texture. I love the flavor profile. I mean, normally I've said before, and now I'm waffling. Sometimes when a beer dries out my palate, it makes me a little bit kind of irritated. Sure. But in this situation, because in the traditional style of Irish ales, they are quite dry, so it's going to do that. So I'm aware that it's going to happen. So it's not like I'm just drinking a beer going, why is my palate dry? It's like, I know this is going to happen, but you want to know why? Because it's going to make me drink another one.
Well, and I honestly just finishing up these notes here too, is like the taste leaves my mouth pretty quickly, and the taste that stays in my mouth is kind of like a metallic kind of I don't know, like if you're drinking water from like a metal glass or something, you know what I mean? Like it's that kind of taste, but it's definitely like watery. And it is dry, but it's not leaving me parched, which is interesting. But that's where I say like the aftertaste is not the taste of the beer; it's the taste of the finish of the beer, which is just like watery and metallic, which is interesting. I'm not mad, but I'll stick to my 3 pals.
Fair enough. All right. Well, while we're finishing up this one, we've got something a little darker and a little sweeter. So we'll be right back.
For our third beer, we're going into dark territory here. This is Southern Tier Irish Cream Stout. I've never had this one before, but Southern Tier is out of New York, and these guys have made a lot of crazy beers and they do make some classic beers. Most popularly known for Pumpkin, and I've had a lot of their other beers. Chocolat is a pretty good one too that I've mixed some other stuff with. But this one, it's pretty fresh. It's still Best by June. So like we've gotten some time. So this just got released. I'm very much appreciating the freshness of the beers.
I will spoiler alert this. I have had it. I got it about a month ago, and I did try one bottle. And what I remember is it tastes like an Irish car bomb in beer form.
Irish car bomb in beer form. So it's a little boozy. It says it's only 5.8%.
No, it's the flavor.
Oh, okay.
The flavor reminds me, and I haven't had an Irish car bomb in a year, folks, so...
a year has it.
Oh, yeah. Not incredibly dark, but...
No, yeah, I'm actually really surprised at how kind of just a dark brown it is, not
But I
necessarily
think
black.
it could be, because being a cream stout, it could be...
A little thinner, maybe lighter in body.
That's
Interesting.
That smells tasty, doesn't it? That smells good.
Yeah, you kind of do smell like the Baileys, kind of. Yeah, interesting. All right.
Sludge it.
Yeah, you're right on with that. This is delicious.
Yes, it is.
Wow, this is really good. The body is still light, like light to medium, but the frothiness in there, it does taste like there's like a foam or like an actual cream in it. I wonder what makes it actually creamy. I'm very curious.
I don't know. The one that I did have a while back, it was like ice cold. We let this set out for a little while, and honestly, letting it sit out for a little while,
Yeah.
I think it's
Well,
better.
I always say ice cold beer is a bad beer, but that's just me. This is really tasty.
Yeah.
I would come back for this. Like I no joke, man. Excuse me. Goodness. Even that tastes good. This is awesome. Great find.
Thank you. So, what would you grade this one?
That sip was even better.
It just gets better.
Man, I'm trying to think. Like, how would I grade it? I mean, definitely over 4. Probably 4.25. 4.25. Yeah, I give it 4.25 pals.
Hey, I agree with that. Unanimous.
Yeah, no, it's really fantastic. Like, it's funny because like I've been listening a lot more to the Beerus podcast, and the way they grade beers is just a sigh, a try, a buy, or a die, and it just makes me think about like, okay, like how would I recommend a beer versus like how I'm tasting it. This is definitely a solid buy. Like, if I saw this in the store, I would buy this in the store just because of how good this experience was. I would want to come back for more.
Well, not just that. I mean, plus myself as well, and plus with what myself and probably you bought from Southern Tier.
Yeah,
they rarely disappoint.
Well, and that's true. Like I said, they do make a lot of really good beers. There's just some beers of theirs that I don't touch, just because I've either had it or I had it. One bad beer they did was the 2 Xmas, which tastes like potpourri. I was not a fan of
like
that.
I say, I mean, we all have our reservations,
Sure.
but it's all about what you like. And obviously, for us, we love stouts.
Yeah.
And when
They do really
Southern Tier has a stout out,
yeah.
it's
the Warlock is their Imperial Black Pumpkin beer. That one's pretty tasty too. Some coffee notes in there. This is phenomenal. I like it a lot. Definitely recommend this. 4.25 pal. I'll stick to it.
Amen to that. Well, we're not done yet, folks. We still have one more to go, and I guarantee this one the next one might top this one. I don't know yet.
You hit the nail on the head with Irish Car Bomb. It really is. It's very good. Yeah.
All right. So for our 4th and final round of this episode, we have from Energy City in Batavia, Batisserie Mint Chocolate Chip. This is an Imperial Milk Stout with cocoa, mint, and natural flavors. What natural flavors they are, we don't know yet. But when we taste it, we'll find out.
I think we're gonna get cocoa and mint. Here's the thing, folks. Mint chocolate chip ice cream is like my favorite. So I'm very excited about this. The Batisserie series that they do is all dessert style beers. And they've done like peanut butter cup, Neapolitan, stuff like that.
One that I've tasted was the strawberry rhubarb.
Oh, yes,
And
yes.
that one was very good. It was very good.
Well, this looks appetizing. This is also
So dark.
10% ABV. So,
That's some good head distribution.
alright.
I can smell it from here. I can smell that mint.
Now I smell it. I didn't smell it from before, but that's definitely there. Smell the chocolate. It smells like ice cream.
Oh yeah. It's not
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. I drank a lot of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It went to your head. Instead of getting a brain freeze, you got a beer freeze?
I get it, yeah.
Or beer brain?
Beer brain.
Beer brain.
Wowie. It's in my mustache.
Would you like some mustache with that mustache?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That tastes just like the ice cream. It tastes just like the ice cream. My only one side of things that not that is in the ice cream is the booziness. I definitely pick up the booziness, and I don't know if that's because the chocolate kind of like blends in with that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Boozy flavors and the boozy sweetness blending in with that chocolate is where I'm getting a lot of that. But it reminds me a lot of like rum cake.
Yeah.
For like a boozy dessert with the mint, but the chocolate mint, it's a winning combo for me.
Yes.
A lot of people would probably say something like, oh, like a Thin Mint cookie, and I wouldn't say Thin Mint cookie. I would say closer to the ice cream because it has this creamy consistency and a more sweeter consistency than like the cookies do.
I would say it tastes the aftertaste, like after it lingers. It's a Thin Mint linger, but it's a chocolate mint ice cream.
I would still pair this with a Thin Mint cookie, 100%. Like it would complement. Like I feel like the cookie would be more minty. There is still a mint, like kind of leftover on the palate after drinking it, but
I need to call my cookie dealer and get some Thin Mints.
I have some. So
wait, you have them here,
sir? We have an episode to do. Let's just say that.
We're gonna save a can. I have a couple cans, so
I would save a can.
Oh yeah.
Very cool. All right. Wow. Holy cow. 4.5 pounds for Jefe.
4.5?
4.5. I don't think you understand. I love mint chocolate chip.
No. I was thinking you were going to give it a 5.
Oh, I almost did. But the booziness is the only thing that I was like, whew. That's the only thing. So like, because of how boozy, like if this was just a little lower in alcohol and a little more sessionable, like if I could drink more than one of these, I'd kill it. Yeah. Like, I would absolutely love it.
I mean, when we have done Energy City beers on these episodes, we have been very biased, I guess.
Yes, I'm not going to lie. We normally give them, I mean, like 4.5 to 5 is still pretty good for every beer from Energy City we've had.
I'll go, as much as I want to give a 5, I'm going to be fair, I'll give it 4 3/4 pounds.
All right,
this time, just because it's just, I can sit here and be like, people are like, oh gosh, these guys have such a hard-on for Energy City. It's like,
I mean, it's true though. We do,
but the reason why is,
beers.
I mean, they do phenomenal work.
Yeah, they really do. They make some fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I really haven't seen one that I haven't really, that I didn't like.
Yeah, and that's the other thing people need to understand. Like the other series that these guys do, they do like a big fruited sour series. They do a bistro series, which is all pastry stuff. Like, I'm not kidding.
That was the strawberry rhubarb.
Yes. Now they literally just go all out when it comes to these beers. They put everything into these beers.
Was it mango habanero, or there was a blood orange habanero, something like there was a habanero one that I had that was good. The pepper kind of muddled it up a little bit, but it still was good for what it was. I mean, I didn't give it a bad grade, so.
Yeah. No, this is phenomenal. I really had a good time with this. It's a great way to cap off the beers we've been drinking.
Agree.
Cool.
Very true. Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you leave a thumbs up. And hey, if you didn't agree with our reviews on each beer, you can leave a thumbs down. We totally understand. Other than that, we hope you share on social media, but most importantly, push that little red button, ring the bell for notifications. Also, make sure you check out Jefe's stuff on Beer You, Beer Me. I'm looking forward to you getting back on the wagon on that stuff.
Yeah, so YouTube slowed down a lot. TikTok picked up a lot. But yeah, there's definitely always projects in the works for sure.
Sounds great to me. Well, folks, we hope you take care and have a very fun and safe St. Patty's Day. I'm Wild Man Wes.
And I'm Jefe.
We'll see you next time on What's Your Poison. Thanks for watching.